weather, which we can talk about. How about that Rams settlement money? Well, the Reverend Larry Rice in St. Louis is looking for $600,000 of it to help the homeless. So we'll see how that request goes using the Rams for homeless in the city. Sports betting just a few days away. And one of the applicants for people to bet with, Underdog, has now pulled out of the race to come to Missouri. We'll give you the details that we know with that and remind you the companies that are still in place for you to use as a service if you so desire when it comes to the gambling situation. Mizzou basketball we talked about, they had a massive lopsided win last night. Also, SLU basketball playing tomorrow night in California against a very good Santa Clara team. Can preview that a little bit if you want to. And then, of course, we talked about what's happening tonight when it comes to the Blues are in action. Of course, they're in New Jersey, but also you've got one of the most incredible charitable events in the country, the amount of money that's raised and the good time that's there. And of course, that's Guns and Hoses. Once again, Guns and Hoses downtown. Just about sold out. If you can't get downtown or if the event's sold out and you don't have a ticket, as always, you can watch the event on Fox 2, locally, Fox 2, bringing you the coverage of the event tonight. And we know there are a lot of people who are going to be down there. And then, of course, a lot of people watching as well. And then there's news, as if there wasn't enough already, but word has now circulated that Mizzou is ready with their board of curators to make an announcement regarding one Eli Drinkwitz. So it looks like they're getting ready to announce a new deal for Drinkwitz because nobody else will hire him. I love him, but come on. I said it Monday. I said it yesterday. He's a good coach. I want to keep him at Mizzou, but don't worry. I was telling people, don't worry. He's not going anywhere. Do you really think another one of these SEC programs is going to bring over a coach that lost 4 games in the SEC? That's not going to excite a fan base. But Coach Drink and his agent have been able to use the hype to get himself another contract. And we'll break that down because he had another contract update last year. So now Eli is getting another new contract, or at least that's what it appears like, or at least that's the rumor right now. It's like, okay, Eli's going to get some money. We see some of these other things going on with college football right now. And it would make sense that it is now his time to get some more money. Good for him. If he can get it, more power to him. So like we said, lots going on. It is a Wednesday, November 26th, day before Thanksgiving, of course, affectionately referred to as Skanksgiving Eve tonight. Have you ever heard that term before, Young Rye?
No, sir. No, I have not.
Skanksgiving?
No. Also,
because so many people go out.
Also, anybody that is on the X, Facebook, or Twitter, please let me know if the sound is sounding weird or sounded like was in a tunnel for a second. Please just comment that and let me know. But it's fixed now, but let me know if it's like that, okay?
But it is fixed.
Yeah, I fixed it. It's just, it was something with the computer over there. I fixed it. But
okay.
Yeah.
Did somebody keep us on our toes, or did you just notice it?
Somebody kept us on our toes. Yesterday I fixed it, but whenever I come in here, somebody changes something. So yeah, I fixed it though. Everything's good. He sounds super clear. But yeah.
Oh, by the way, I'm not trying to do your job, but yeah. I saw something that might have been your job. I saw a daily deal.
Oh.
I saw one.
Where?
Wendy's for Friday.
Oh, yeah. What is it? Free fries?
97-cent Frosties.
Oh, yeah.
97-cent Frosties, Wendy's on Friday. I was like, oh, really? They got that kicking up here?
Hey,
all right.
I got a little Jimmy John's deal for you guys. If you guys like Jimmy John's and their sandwiches for an 8-inch sandwich is usually like $11. right now on the app, you can get one for like $6.99, so like $7. I had an ultimate Italian that filled me up for the whole day.
Oh, I bet it did.
Yeah, so
I bet that did. We are Art City now. That's producer Rye. I'm Vic Faust. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m., getting you going. May not feel the best today, but we're here. Like I said, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed sun starting to rise throughout the St. Louis area. It is really cold outside. It's the coldest morning we've had probably this year or in some time. It really is. So just be prepared because it's so windy, and that wind is what makes it really cold. So it's not wet. That's good. It's not snowing yet, but you'll be dealing with that today. Of course, we're here from 6 to 8 a.m. Monday through Friday, X, Facebook, and YouTube. You can also call us if you want to. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. We are your Lou information station. We are always live and on demand at louinfo.com. We'll cover these stories and more when we come back. We appreciate you watching. For producer Ryan, Vic Faust, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back right after this.
what do you
Wednesday morning. Kind of feels like Friday to me. With Thanksgiving being tomorrow, glad you're up and at it with us today. If you're working, we wish you the best. Just know that when you go outside, it's going to be a little bit more cold today. Not raining. That's good. Don't exactly have the sun up and shining yet to keep you warmer. When I was outside last, it was windy. And it was windy all night. And it's colder. And those two combined will certainly give you a wake-up weather kind of feel, as I like to refer to it as. As a matter of fact, when you talk about the weather right now, the wind chill outside in most of the areas is around 18. Like in St. Louis, it feels like 20. It's like 35 degrees outside with the wind. It feels like it's 20 degrees outside. Okay, so now you know what you're waking up to this morning. At least you know as you're outside. If you're outside already, just stay warm. You know how to do it. We've had cold before. You just got to get used to it again. That's all. Those things are going to happen. What are you looking forward to tonight? Will you be going down to Guns and Hoses? Will you watch it on Fox 2? Will you go somewhere else? Do you have any plans? It's always seems like it's a bigger night to go out for younger people like you, Ryan. Will people be out and about from that standpoint? And then, of course, if you are out and about, you got to be safe. You got to feel safe. Be safe. Be safe. There are checkpoints. Police are out and about trying to make sure that people are being as safe as possible. The last thing you need to do is get in a car, hurt yourself or hurt somebody else or put yourself in a bad situation. So you know about that. Be ready. Just be safe and try to have fun. Do it in a smart, responsible manner. NFL football tomorrow. You guys ready for the games during the day? Do you watch it? Do you have it on in the background, whatever you are, whatever you're doing? I've always wondered this too. What time? What time do people eat? And do you switch it around, or do families work together to have one place do it here and you get to go eat again? What is the best time? You can jump in, talk to us on Facebook, X, and YouTube. Once again, that's Facebook, X, and YouTube. What works for you guys? Where you go, what your family does. Are you in a situation where people do it too early? They do it too late? It's done just right. What is the best time to do it? For me, it all depends on what else you have going on in the day. But I can tell you this, the last thing I want to do is go somewhere and you sit around and you smell it for like 3 hours. It's like, I'm ready. Come on. My patience starts to wear thin. Or it's one of these things where there's all kinds of appetizers that are sitting around. And it's like, if I eat the appetizers, then I kind of fill myself up waiting for the dinner. So I'm like, I appreciate appetizers being out, but then it's like some of them are so good, I eat those. And then you're not as hungry when you're eating your meal.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
But then if you're sitting around smelling, waiting for the food, it's like, okay, well, do we have snacks? And it's like you just get hungry. So it's kind of a catch-22.
It all depends on the take home, like not policy, but the take home ability. Like if okay, that's you. But if I'm going to Olive Garden or something, I will purposefully fill up on the breadsticks in the unlimited soup so I can take home my entree. Like
so you're comparing that to that situation.
No, like I'm just saying, like it just depends on the take home ability. Like if you can take home the food. Yeah.
Okay, no, I get it. I go to my aunt's.
Yeah.
And there's all kinds of really good like appetizer food sitting out. Yes. Yeah. And then man, I start smelling the food, and the longer it takes, and you start to get damn hungry.
You're like, man, I'll just take a little appetizer.
Yeah, but it's like you ruin your appetite, or at least I do. Or then you just get really, really full. But exactly. Anyway, I was just curious what people choose to do from that standpoint.
That's why I tell my parents and my family, man, just make it all at the same time. I'll just throw it all on my plate. Yeah, like most of the time, most of my like family dinners aren't that large anyway, because like I don't have that many cousins or anything, and all my cousins are on my dad's side. So
Okay.
like when my mom and my grandma are cooking, basically for like just me. So I'm like, I'll just come back and I get to eat whatever I want.
Okay, well, that's not such a bad deal then.
Yeah.
I just wonder how people handle their business. What time are you eating? What are the favorite foods? How do you guys handle those things? I just love to see, talk about it. It's such a big deal in the St. Louis area. Who's doing what? Are you in a situation where, where you find, yeah, Donna says, smell it for 3 hours. It's torture. Yeah, it can be. There is no doubt. As Donna says, good morning to Vic and Rye and everyone. I wonder, it's like what people are up to, what you're doing. How does your family do it? Any of your Thanksgiving tradition, food, time, wherever, let us know. Jump in. You can do it X, Facebook, and YouTube. Once again, X, Facebook, and YouTube. And of course, you're always welcome to join us if you want to give us a call. The phone number there is 855-282-8255. Once again, that is 855-282-8255. Producer Rye alongside. I'm Vic Faust. This is Arts City Now. X, Facebook, and YouTube is where you can stream us and jump in and share your comments as well. And we try to get those out there for you as well. Speaking of which, tomorrow, or as we like to talk about tonight, Guns and Hoses going on downtown. If you're going, great, enjoy it. What a fantastic event it is, as we've been promoting it all week long, including last week. If you can't make it and you still want to watch, Fox 2 will carry that live. You can watch the broadcast there, all in an effort to support Backstoppers, who does an amazing job at supporting families who lost their loved ones, first responders in the line of duty, and they support them for life financially. And as you can imagine, it takes a lot of money. So tonight's event helps do that. Expected to blow out $1 million, like literally go way over $1 million in regards to how much money that they make from this one event. And anything else you guys may have going on. Where do you go? Where do people go again? Who's doing what the night before Thanksgiving? I remembered a long time ago when going out. Haven't been out in the night before Thanksgiving in a long time. I guess it was last time was really going to, a couple things. It all depends on how certain birthdays with people I know line up. But are people going out? Do you feel safe going out? Those kinds of questions, those things are out there as well. Also, 6:43 on this Wednesday morning. If there's any other news, stories, headlines, shout outs, charities, events that are coming up tonight, tomorrow, this weekend for the holiday weekend, you can certainly let us know from that standpoint. We certainly love to promote the best that we can when it comes to some of those things that are going on. And helping people in our community as well. When it comes to some of that NFL action for tomorrow, and I was asking if people actually sit around and watch games. I know if you're not a fan of some of these teams that are now getting to play every year, like the Lions, it can be frustrating, but now the Lions are a good team. And what a great matchup tomorrow, right out of the gate tomorrow at 12 o'clock. The Lions hosting the Packers. The Packers are 7-3-1. The Lions are 7-4. Those two teams competing with the 8-3 Bears to win that division. Detroit in the first game of the year at Green Bay got beat. And they got beat pretty good. They didn't have much of an offense. However, now the Lions are home and they are 2.5-point favorites. And it's interesting too, because Detroit doesn't usually play well at home. They lose more at home on Thanksgiving, no matter who the opponent is, than they win. So now they have a good opponent this year. So we'll see what happens with the Lions. Following that game, Chiefs fans, a lot of Chiefs fans in the area playing at the Cowboys. The Cowboys, again, a team that gets to play every year on Thanksgiving. Cowboys, 5-1, got a little momentum going. They're playing at home where they are 3-1-1. So they're certainly better at home. The Chiefs this year, 6-5, still battling for their playoff life, are just 1-4 on the road. They have not been good on the road. That scenario doesn't set up so well for the Chiefs. However, they're still a 3.5-point favorite over the Cowboys. And then the nighttime game, 7:30 p.m. action. The Ravens, 4 weeks ago were left literally for sports dead, have come all the way back. They're now 6-5, and they're in first place in their division after the Steelers lost last week. So that's your game tomorrow night to watch too. Bengals and Ravens, 3 very interesting games, at least teams that are playing. Every team that's playing, are right there near the top of their division and or first place. So, or an opportunity. Besides, the Chiefs obviously are a huge draw when it comes to the St. Louis area, considering it's kind of become the St. Louis Chiefs since we don't have a football team. 6:45 on this Wednesday morning. Wrapping up something from last night as well. Mizzou basketball is off to a 7-0 start. Not playing a very difficult schedule. Had South Carolina State last night, who was 0-6. Mizzou goes on to win 98-66. They didn't quite reach the triple-digit number, but, they literally dominated. They jumped out to a 19-1 lead. 19-1. So a lot of guys got in the action, got to play. You want to build that chemistry, see who's good, see who's getting better, all of those things that would certainly help. Sean Phillips Jr. last night, he had 17 points, 7 of 8 shooting, and also 8 rebounds. So that's another. And then Honor Boateng, another standout, sophomore guard, 12 points, 5 rebounds. That was his second game back from injury. So head coach Dennis Gates has some players on this team that are starting to look good. He's got a deep bench, which will certainly help them as they continue to move towards action. I think they also have a game Friday night. I think Mizzou plays Friday. But there were also 2 players last night who hit significant milestones. Jacob Cruz and Trent Burns. Trent Burns is interesting. He's a 7'5" redshirt freshman, and he made his college debut after missing all of last season and then Mizzou's first 6 games this year. He scored his first collegiate points on a shot from inside the paint with just about 8 minutes remaining. Cruz, meanwhile, who the Tigers are counting on for some of that pinpoint deep shooting, recorded his 1,000th career point on a free throw during the second half. He did not have a great night shooting the ball, but he did reach the 1,000-point mark. So good for him. Mizzou's real test comes next week. First of all, they play Cleveland State Friday night or Friday afternoon. That's a 1 p.m. start. That's going to be on the SEC network. And then December 2nd, they're at Notre Dame. And then December 7th, they're playing in Kansas against the Kansas Jayhawks. So certainly they've got some tougher games coming up. And then SEC play, as we know, will be difficult because there's some very, very good teams there too. So that does it for some of the Missouri stuff that's going on. How about this from a sports bet point news standpoint headline? One of the biggest players in the sports wagering business is not going to be available in Missouri as legalized sports gaming begins on Monday. It's here, people. It's here on Monday. You've heard about it for a long time. You can now wager starting Monday. Underdog, which had advertised leading up to this launch, decided to pull its application to operate in Missouri. Mike Lira, executive director of the Missouri Gaming Commission, said that Underdog is looking to venture into other predictive markets that aren't regulated by states. So they've decided to go that way. It's not regulated at any level compared with traditional sports betting is, though. So they'll have a chance to figure out what they want to do. But Underdog's not there, but Underdog's out of the game. There are now 8. There's still 8 operators licensed by the state of Missouri that you can accept, or at least they'll accept bets, and you can use them starting next week. DraftKings, Circus Sports, Caesars Sportsbook, BetMGM, and Bet365. So it's Bet365, BetMGM, Caesars Sportsbook, Circus Sports, and DraftKings. All of those are opportunities, or at least those are the companies that you can use, sign up with, to start wagering if you so desire from that standpoint, to see what you can do. Yeah, just so they got out of the business. There's a lot. I mean, that's a lot. There's 8, a lot of competition there. Maybe that'll be good for the consumers. Give you some free money. Give you some free money to win or lose when it comes Monday. So the sports betting's Monday. Do you think you could hit some player props when it comes to the NBA?
Oh, me? Yeah.
Oh,
that's all the only thing I do is player props. I'm not even gonna lie, Vic. Like, I can't do money lines. I can't do none of that stuff.
I don't trust the professional sports. Any of
scary.
it.
The guys.
If I do, I'm going college.
I don't trust the college guys.
I get it.
I'm like, what if his girl breaks up with him just randomly? I don't know her. What if what if he has a crazy exam that I don't know about? Nah. With the NBA, it's like, this guy's in his contract year. I know he wants to make money. Oh yeah, I'm betting it's over. I get that. No, okay, that makes sense. Like, this guy is in his second year, and if he doesn't play well, they're not going to pick up his team option, and that he's playing against another young team, he's going to do good. That's how I bet.
After everything I've seen and what we've had come out recently, it makes me not trust the NBA. That's why if it's college and then NFL, if they're main games or if they're broadcast games, I've just seen so many things happen with officiating. It's like, wait a second. Calls not making sense unless, look at the line right there. Yeah, we're going to sit on the ball for 3 minutes and not go score a touchdown, because if we do, it's going to put us in the over. And we just saw that a couple weeks ago. I'm like, okay, I see what you got going on here. Have fun with that. So Monday, sports betting is here in Missouri. Is it something that gets you guys excited? Is it something that you're going to be using so you don't have to drive over to Illinois anymore? I have a feeling, and I don't want to ever see people lose, but I have a feeling a lot of money is going to be wagered. I really do.
Oh yeah. I think
you're coming into the college football bowl season, college basketball's beginning, plus the professional sports.
I think it's even going to help the podcast realm of St. Louis as well, even though it has nothing to do with like podcasting. It does, but a lot of sports betting like agencies go into podcasting and they like fund them and stuff. Yeah. So I think it's just going to be good for that realm. But get
the interest generated, get the bets out there, get the investment going. I do know this. These betting services, they're not losing money. They continue to grow. So where are they getting their money from?
Us.
Exactly. That's why I always wish people the best. I'm like, okay, I wish you the best. Be smart. Do your research. And then if you win, more power to you. Go have some fun. Go have some fun with that. How about this? I think I could probably get this in here. Out of all of the opportunities to use RAM settlement money, St. Louis Reverend Larry Rice, who's worked with homeless for a long time, is now urging, pretty much begging St. Louis City Council members to allocate $600,000 of the RAM settlement money to support the homeless in St. Louis County this winter. So he's proposing $500,000 for hotel vouchers and $40,000 for Metrolink passes and $60,000 for administration through the county's Department of Human Resources. He says, quote, right now, the urgent response is to use NFL money to rally help and get the homeless people in the St. Louis County area in a better situation. Well, yeah, I mean, some of the Rams, and then they were citing some of the tornado victims, but some of that money was already going for tornado victims too. I don't know. It's one of those things where if you say no, it's like, oh, you don't care about the homeless. But then if you say yes, it's like, is this the best way to spend the money? So the Reverend Rice bringing that to the forefront right now in regards to seeing what could happen. So despite the discussions that have been taking place, not one of the council members for St. Louis City yet has committed to supporting this legislation. That's according to Larry Rice. So they're kind of looking at it, see if it makes sense. Is that something that we would want to do? And so forth. So anyway, if you guys have thoughts on that, you can jump in. Any other stories as well. Always taking your calls, 855-282-8255. And of course, your comments online at X, Facebook, and YouTube. We are your Lou Information Station. We're always live and on demand at louinfo.com. Hot Take Central 2.0 with the former Blue Cam Jansen and Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. Follow us every day, 8 to 10 o'clock. Today, it's the MIZ STL show, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, all things Mizzou all the time. Brent Salzman is the host. Today, I'll have Brendan Schaefer on with him as well as they talk about Mizzou basketball last night, preview their Friday game with Cleveland State. And of course, the big one, getting ready for Mizzou football at Arkansas this weekend on Saturday. But as that comes, there's also news now that we can maybe talk about in the next break that head football coach Eli Drinkwitz and the Missouri Board of Curators are getting set to announce a new contract for Eli. That's the word. He had a new contract extension last year that took his contract through 2029. And now it appears as if he's going to get another extension and more money. His contract last year had him at about $9 million. But Eli, and you'll see a lot of these coaches now, they're like, yeah, we got to get our money. But then they want a certain amount of NIL money to be allocated so they know that they'll be able to spend that to try to go get whoever they can. Because such as the NIL now, you have to have money to compete. So we'll get into those stories. Your morning headlines, the Blues in action again tonight. Then they'll be back in town this weekend. We'll break it all down. We are Arch City Now. Producer Rise alongside. I'm Vic Faust. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back right after this.
Hot
Oh, welcome back into the show, everybody. Good morning. 7:05 is the time on a Wednesday morning. Feels like a Friday to me. It's November 26th. It is the day before Thanksgiving. Glad you guys are with us. Happy Thanksgiving. I found out in the break what Rye is most thankful for. His good looks from his mom. So there you go.
Yes. I'll say it again. Shout out my mom, man.
Wants to shout out his mom and whatever you guys are thankful for, you can jump in. You can give us a call, 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. You can also stream us on X, Facebook, and YouTube and tell us what you're thankful for. Love it when we talk Thanksgiving, especially in the St. Louis area. What's popular? You guys eating white meat, dark meat? What are your favorite your favorite sides, the favorite dishes? What kind of turkey do you like? Do you like it deep fried? How do you like it? Let us know. Let's talk Thanksgiving. We're here in the St. Louis area. Traditions, any of that stuff. Jump on in. Let's have some fun and talk about it. It's a Wednesday. We try to keep things fun. We try to keep things as light as possible. There are some news headlines that we talk about that aren't that much, but I'm going to tell you, I do. If I'm eating a leg, I like it dark meat. If it's the breast and regular turkey, I like it white meat. I like some gravy on it. I'm like anybody else. I like it moist. I put a little salt. I put a little pepper on there. Yep. And if I'm on the sides, I desperately want some mashed potatoes and gravy and stuffing. I do. I want that. Now, I'm not a mac and cheese guy on Thanksgiving. No, I'm not. But I go to my aunt's, and there is a creamy corn that is made that is absolutely to die for. And I look forward to it. It's freaking amazing. And it goes fast. Literally, it's gone fast. Like, boom, gone. You've got to get in there. So let us know your dishes. And I'm not a real big sweet guy anymore. No
pumpkin pie.
Yeah, if I'm gonna eat, I'll eat pumpkin. But there are people who don't like pumpkin pie.
Yeah, that's all right. I like sweet potato pie.
Oh, yeah. Okay, there you go. There's another good one. And then, of course, there's those of you out there who don't like turkey.
That's insane to me.
And there's a lot of you who don't like turkey.
Like, I get that you don't care for turkey, but you have to at least eat it on Thanksgiving. Like, I'm not a turkey guy, but I still eat turkey. I eat turkey probably more than most people now that I think about it, because I get Jimmy John's. But it's like, I have to have turkey at least.
Okay. My uncle deep fries turkeys. He always makes them up. But I became a huge fan of the deep fried turkeys. I did. I just, for whatever reason, I loved them. Loved the deep fried turkey. So depending upon your own wishes and likes, and we talk about it, food, fashion, and music. One person can love something. The next person may not. I was literally sitting with my friend last night. He was playing some music, a guy that was popular in the 70s, like a folk singer. He could not figure out how I did not like this music. And I'm like, this is terrible. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be. He's like, but this music has soul. He's telling a story. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Well, guess what? I can go sit with my 22-year-old producer on my show, and you know what? He'll tell me how this rap music has soul, and they're telling a story too.
Oh, no.
Oh, it doesn't?
Nah. None of the guys I listen to for the story at all.
What is it?
I just
some of them.
Like, no, I don't like that lyrical, spiritual, barbarical stuff. I hate it. Like that J. Cole stuff.
Okay, there you go. Stuff. But are there people your age that do?
Oh, yeah. There's some people that still like it. But me, I'm just here for the beat. And like, does your voice sound good?
You know what? That's how I am. But it's that same thing with food. Somebody may love stuffing. Another person may not. Somebody may love, cranberry sauce. Somebody else may not. Yeah. It just, I don't know. To whatever you like, to each their own. I guess I was just shocked when I first found out that there were people who did not eat turkey.
You know how I feel about turkey.
No, I do. I know how you got it.
Got to eat the dark meat with the plate. And then with the white meat, you cut it. You make next day leftover sandwiches with it.
It is good. I do too. Exactly. I'm a gravy guy too. I love a good gravy
on the sandwich. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is Art City Now. That's producer Ryan, Vic Faust. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m., just talking Thanksgiving. In the St. Louis area, any traditions, things that you guys like, jump on in, let us know. Feel free. You can also call us 855-282-8255. We are your Lou Information Station. We're always live and on demand at louinfo.com. One of the traditions that St. Louis has, and has had it for a long time, is Guns and Hoses tonight. Guns and Hoses down at Enterprise Center. Police battling fire when it comes to the ring, all in a good cause, trying to raise money for people who have been affected by their loved ones or breadwinners dying in the line of duty, first responders. That's who Backstoppers supports. And of course, Backstoppers is supported by Guns and Hoses. Terrific event tonight, downtown Enterprise. If you don't have tickets for the event, which is a really cool event, you can also check in on Fox 2. You can watch it. Just a real fun event. Also, keep it in mind, first responders, police, fire, anyone else who are there, who are in the line of fire, who are in dangerous way so many times. And it's easy for us to take it for granted, but at least one night a year, we can pay tribute to these men and women who do what they do, and they elect to serve, especially as those jobs get more difficult, as it seems, year in, year out. It was so good to have Charlie Metzner on the other day, St. Louis firefighter, talking about his charity, St. Louis Hero Network, and the work that they do to try to raise money for Backstoppers as well. And, all of these things, if you guys have had memories from there, we'd love to talk about that too. It's just a really good time as you go throughout the St. Louis area. Anything else going on? Let us know. We've also got the Blues tonight. The Blues play in New Jersey. They got a 6 p.m. start. Oh, by the way, somebody wanted me to remind them, Guns and Hoses, by the way, has been around since 1987. That's how long Guns and Hoses has been around. 1987. And what a terrific year. I mean, literally coming up on 30 years. Coming up on 30 years in a couple of years. So what an incredible show of support for a long time. Steve Holly and crew, outstanding job there. Okay. The Blues in action tonight. We were just talking about it. Right now, when you look at New Jersey, they finish up a 5-game road trip in New Jersey tonight. That's fine. So in New Jersey right now has 29 points. That's pretty darn good. New Jersey's played 22 games. They have 22 points. They're 14-7-1. The Blues have played one more game. They're 17-6. They have 20 points. New Jersey has been one of the better teams in the league this year. And, they're just good. They're very good. It's a test for the Blues tonight, but I expect the Blues to be skating fast, skating strong, coming out of the gate quick. They know they get to come back home after tonight's game. Long road trip, Northeast. Now they come back to St. Louis. They've got 3 home games when they come back too. So obviously you've got tonight's game, which, just a real fun atmosphere in New Jersey, opportunity to get a big win when it comes to that game tonight too, because that game, when they drop the puck, that'll be a 6 p.m. start time tonight. And then the Blues come back for a game Friday. So the Blues play Friday as well and Saturday. So back-to-back games, Friday and Saturday. And then they have a day off Sunday. And then all of a sudden they play again Monday. So 3 straight games coming up for the Blues after tonight. They're currently 1-3 on the road trip. You really don't want to lose a 4th game. You got to pick up some points tonight. That would be ideal. The game Friday, by the way, is at 3:00 at Enterprise Center. The game Saturday night is at 7, and then Monday night, December 1st, 7 p.m. as well. So Friday, they've got Ottawa, Saturday, Utah, and then Monday night, Anaheim before they go back out and they hit the road again. So let's go Blues. Hopefully they find their groove, finally they get that action going on, and find their way, because this team they need to find something. They've played so many of these close games recently, lost most of them, but they're getting better, and hopefully they find their groove tonight. 855-282-8255. Also, if you guys are looking for some action when it comes to, we were talking about it tomorrow. You've got your football games, the NFL slate. Lions hosting the Packers, your first game tomorrow. Your second game, Chiefs at the Cowboys. A lot of interest there. And then the night game are the Bengals at the Ravens. Ravens are back on track. Bengals desperately need Joe Burrow back playing quarterback. That could change a whole lot of things there. Friday, if you're looking for a high school football game in the area to go to, I don't. It's going to be it. I expect it to be super packed, but Kirkwood has moved their game to Friday now. Kirkwood High School is hosting the defending state champ Platte County 5A semifinal matchup. Platte County's defending state champs. They've got 3 kids who have already committed to Power 4 schools. Very, very good. Arguably the best quarterback in the state, Rocco Marriott. His dad and I played together at Mizzou, Jeff Marriott. Rocco's committed. He turned down offers to West Virginia and Mizzou. He's headed to Central Florida to play for Scott Frost. You guys may remember that name, the former Nebraska All-American quarterback who was their coach at one point in time. He'll be playing at Kirkwood. Jeremy Macklin's got another really good team over there in Kirkwood. So they just find a way to get things done. They find a way to win. So that game was supposed to be played Saturday, but because of the inclement weather that we could get for Saturday, you've heard some of those possibilities of maybe snow, sleet, slush, whatever the case for Saturday. They've moved that game up now to Friday. So that game is supposed to be played Friday. I thought that I saw that as a 3 p.m. start. If I'm wrong, let me know. But that is very interesting, to say the least, from that standpoint. And then when it comes to the other games for this weekend from the playoffs, East St. Louis, they're playing. When are they playing for the state title, Rye? Do you know? Is that
yes? They play Kenwood at Illinois State at around either, I think, 1 o'clock to be sure. Yeah, it's going to be a really nice game. Kenwood played a lot of big time teams. They lost to the team that Eastside just beat by 1 touchdown. So,
oh, okay. Yeah.
But do you want to know what Eastside just beat that team by last week?
What's that?
50-7.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
Cardinal Ritter playing at Carthage this weekend. Festus at Kearney. Some of the other local teams that are in action. Then, of course, you've got St. Mary's. Their game is, I believe, Saturday, isn't it? St. Mary's plays Saturday. Pattonville's playing at Nixa this weekend, and Lift for Life Academy hosting St. Michael the Archangel. So you got a lot of local teams still in action, still have an opportunity to go on and win state titles. So good luck to all the high school kids if that's something you're doing. I just know the first game that was scheduled for Friday is a big-time matchup. If you enjoy high school football, it would be a really good game to go out and watch. Kirkwood and Platte County. Then Friday, we talk about the Blues playing at 3 p.m. Mizzou basketball has a game against Cleveland State at the same time. SLU basketball has a big game tomorrow night. Santa Clara in California, their first test of the season. That'll be a whole lot of fun as well. So you've got a lot of things that you can watch as well. You watch them in a NFL football, then check in with the Billikens later in the night. So you have some of those things going on. Okay, time to get some of our news headlines in as well. The weather has become a really big story because it's gotten cold all of a sudden. The rain's gone, and so are the clouds for now. It should be sunny, but it's going to be cold. The wind chill out there certainly affecting things as well. You see highs today, maybe in the mid 40s, but when it comes to the wind, as long as the winds are around, it makes it feel a little bit colder. The wind's supposed to ease in as the day goes on. That will be nice. Temperatures around the same for Thursday on Thanksgiving. But once again, when it comes to the winds, those can be an absolute nightmare. So if you're dealing with the wind as you are this morning, if you're out and about, you'll find out pretty quickly. It feels like it's like 21 degrees outside right now. So, a storm Friday night and Saturday could bring some snow and rain to the region. Okay, that's one of the reasons why Kirkwood moved their game to Friday. So right now the storm is still far away, but according to local meteorologists, it's got precipitation type atmosphere to it, which means with our temperatures, we could see several hours of sloppy, wet snow from midnight Friday to sunrise Saturday, especially along north of I-70. So that's where you could see a lot of that coming up. And then, we'll see. It is the end of November. Monday's December 1st. Not officially winter yet, but it certainly feels like it. And that's what happens. Some of those things go on. Okay, one other thing that's going on. The trial for St. Louis City Sheriff Alfred Montgomery has finally come to an end. Now we wait a decision on whether he's going to be removed from office or not. It's been a local story that turned national with the Attorney General trying to have him removed from office for not doing his job. So the fifth and final day came to a close yesterday. Each side had an hour of closing arguments. They both disagree with what each other's saying. Go figure. That's what happens. Trying to break this down for you as simple as possible. Now we'll wait and see. We'll get a decision in December when it comes to whether he remains on the job or is fired. How about this, Cardinals fans? Sonny Gray, who is your best pitcher last year, has been traded to the Boston Red Sox. Okay, the Cardinals remake has officially begun. Hein Bloom, who used to work with Boston, pulls off this deal. So what you have is a left-handed pitching prospect, Brandon Clark, who experts say, I don't know, but experts say he's the wild card in this because allegedly he has so much potential. But he's a prospect at this point in time. And then a right-handed pitcher, Richard Fitz, who was a rookie, but jumped in, made, I think, 10 starts last year and didn't do very bad. So now the Cardinals are getting some younger pitchers with a lot of value for the future and giving up Sonny Gray, which tells you the Red Sox were willing to give up two pretty good younger pitchers or guys that were well thought of because they want to win now. That's what it tells me. The Red Sox see themselves as a World Series contender right now to do what they're doing. So to complete the deal, Sonny Gray waived his no trade clause. I liked him in St. Louis. I wish he could have played here with a better cast of players. I liked his mentality. He was even keel and just seemed like he was a pretty good all around guy and was a good pitcher. Maybe not a number one, but he was due $35 million for the Cardinals for the 2026 season with a $30 million club option had he stayed.
Yeah.
So they're saving a whole lot of money too. And we know the Cardinals ownership likes to save money.
They like to save it, but they don't like to save it.
Gray, by the way, 36 years old. He went 27-17 with a 4.07 ERA in 60 starts in St. Louis. So you would have hoped that the ERA and wins would have been a whole lot better. But he was just the fourth Cardinals pitcher with back-to-back 200 strikeout seasons since 1920. It just kind of a couple wasted seasons for the Cardinals baseball, unfortunately. Not him, but for the Cardinals from that standpoint. So it's unfortunate when you see that. By the way, Fitz, though, coming off his rookie year or last 2 years, he pitched in 15 games, started 15 games with Boston over the last 2 years, 3.97 ERA. He was 2-5. But he pitches near 100, something to work with. That's always something good. And if he's healthy, he could make a case for the Cardinals 2026 rotation right out of spring training. That would be nice. Then there's Clark, who's only 22 years old. He was at the single A level last year, but showing a ton of potential. We'll see. Cardinals taking a chance there. Now we're going to wait and see what happens with Wilson Contreras, Lars Nootbaar, Brendan Donovan. Who knows? We'll see if those guys get moved. Nolan Arenado. These are all individuals the Cardinals could do something with.
Send them all, man. Let them go. Send them all to the Dodgers or something. I don't know.
Yeah, do the Dodgers want them?
Maybe the Dodgers will pay you guys.
I don't want to
get
see
him.
any other former Cardinals with the Dodgers winning World Series. All right. Tommy Edman was enough. And I like Tommy Edman. I was like, damn, I hate seeing him do that. Hate seeing him in the Dodger blue.
It's time. It's time to rebuild, man.
Okay. I just don't want to see Lars Nootbaar in Dodger blue. All right.
Yeah, no.
I don't want to see that. I could deal without that. Yeah, come on. Let me find something else there.
Quick question though. Would you rather like the Cardinals stay in this limbo of like 75 or like just a mid team of wins? Or would you like want to have a really down year? Because our down years aren't like a down year. It's just we're mid. Like, would you rather have a super down year and then like 2 to 3 years from now they're like back to the World Series?
Yes.
You'd rather see
I can't stand the current state of Cardinal baseball.
Okay.
And I think I speak for many fans.
Exactly.
Just look at the apathy, and that's the word I've been using for about 8 months when it comes to this baseball team. They were around 500, just under 500 all year, and nobody went to the games.
Yeah.
It was one of the worst. I mean, when Joe Buck started tweeting pictures, I hope you're paying attention, Cardinals ownership or Cardinals management, because he had said something that he hadn't seen since the 70s when he was a kid.
Yeah.
He had tweeted basically apathy in St. Louis when it comes to Cardinals baseball.
You know what's crazy? As like a younger guy, like I would rather see a bunch of new talent on the Cardinals that are actually getting better in a rebuild than just being in limbo. Because it's like if I'm watching Michaelis go pitch, I'm like 9 times out of 10 we're losing the game.
Well, if you're starting over, I like the trade, and I don't know. I mean, when I look at it and I read it, I'm like, oh, I like this. Heinblum's first. Let's see. He's the man on the job. He's the guy getting paid to do the job. Makes his first deal with Boston, one of his former stomping grounds. Now we get to see how that all works out and shakes out. So that comes a day after they signed Pozo, who I like as a Cardinal catcher. Had a lot of really good pinch hits. He's getting better and better when it comes to playing that position as well. So we'll see. Cardinals trying to put a little thing together, and we'll see how much money they spend. And if they are able to go out and get or make a big splash, and I'm not quite so sure they are, there's also there's going to be allegedly a baseball stoppage that's on the way. Mm-hmm. And not next season, but the following season. There's rumors to get some things right when it comes to pay. I don't know if the Cardinals are going to, this is just my humble opinion. I don't know if they're going to go and spend that money that they need to before then. Are they going to really go out and spend a bunch of money on some big guys before the possibility of a stoppage? I don't know. We'll see.
I'm not like that big of a baseball guy, but I'm saying you got to build from within
to
beat these.
Yeah.
Literally, and we're basically
well, that takes time.
It takes time, but like,
St. Louis is a small market.
Yeah, we're a small market. You have to realize that and just build from within. I think Jordan Walker's super inconsistent, but man, hope he stays healthy and play the guy.
I don't think they have any choice but to play him.
Yeah, it's no choice at this point. Like you have to play him now.
Yeah, that could be the case. All right, this is Art City now. If you want to jump in, you can do so 855-282-8255. You can also stream us on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Make your comments known. We're talking Thanksgiving. What are your plans for the weekend? How do you like your turkey? What are your favorite sides? What are your traditions? Are you up to anything tonight? All of it, jump in. Also getting you caught up for the next few days of things that are happening when it comes in the sports world, the entertainment world, and everything else. Oh, my gosh. Now I'm looking at this. Jerry Jones' daughter, Charlotte Jones, is in a spat with Gracie Hunt, who is the granddaughter of Lamar Hunt for the Chiefs. Charlotte Jones is like, Bad Bunny's a great choice for the Super Bowl halftime show. Gracie Hunt's like, I'm supporting Turning Point. My grandpa did not want a person like Bad Bunny performing during halftime.
The Hunt said that?
Yeah, Gracie Hunt.
Oh, wow.
Gracie Hunt versus Charlotte Jones. Things are getting serious. Oh, my gosh. We got to take a break. That's Producer Rye. I'm Vic Faust. This is Art City Now. We'll be back right after this.
St. Louis, meet your
there, St. Louis. Happy Thanksgiving. Well, the day before. It feels like Thanksgiving. It feels like a Friday to me. Not sure for you guys, depending upon your work day and everything else that is going on. By the way, from the chat line, the first Thanksgiving was in 1621. There you go. Also coming from the chat line, homemade cranberry sauce or canned. Thanksgiving is an art. So many choices. Well, if you can make it homemade, yeah, wouldn't you want homemade? And also from the chat line, the creamed corn. Somebody loves the creamed corn. I did. One of my favorites, no doubt about it. As I was talking, and producer Rye was talking about our favorite Thanksgiving dishes. What do you do good in St. Louis? What do your families do? Are you traveling around? What are the plans? Are you headed out tonight to Guns and Hoses or something else? There's always a lot of things going on this time of year. It is coming into the holiday weekend, even though it's Wednesday. And of course, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. What are you thankful for? We found out earlier in the show, Ryan's thankful for his good looks from his mom. There you go, buddy.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, there you freaking go. I'm thankful for my kids' health, and because I know a lot of people who deal with things, and when it comes to your health, it's something you cannot take for granted. And if you lose it, man, oh man, can it be a nightmare? 7:37 on a Wednesday morning. We are saying happy Thanksgiving from that standpoint. It is early. Love doing it. By the way, coming up at 7:50, we'll talk with a friend of mine, Jesse Finney, promoting the fights for tonight at Guns and Hoses, whether you're able to go there or watch on TV. One of the reasons why, in my humble opinion, it has grown over the years is the quality of the content. If you have content, just like now in 2025, people like to watch content. The content here are the fights. And somehow, some way, they've been able to increase the level of entertainment year in, year out. The man responsible for that is Jesse Finney. We'll check in with him for about 5 minutes coming up at 7:50, just to give people a heads up on what they can expect with those fights tonight, what kind of fights you'll see, and why it's so entertaining. But Jesse does a phenomenal job also promote his business and all the work that he does for Backstoppers, the money that's donated, and of course helping the families of first responders who have lost their lives in duty or gotten to a point where they can't work anymore and their families are supported. Lots going on as we promote and talk about. I know we were talking about it a little bit earlier, but you got the Blues tonight, 6 p.m. start. They're in New Jersey, finishing up a road trip. Have fun with that, Blues. Let's see what you got. Come on. I know you've lost 3 games. You win tonight. You come back home. What a great momentum boost coming back home for 3 games. If you lose, you finish the trip 1-4, and it's kind of, all right, we'll start over when we get back to St. Louis. By the way, you've also got a situation where the Blues come back and they get to play a Friday game, 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock on a Friday at Enterprise. That should be fun. Then they play Saturday night at 7 o'clock. So it's like, okay, that's pretty nice. Back-to-back games. They'll take Sunday off. They'll be back in action on Monday as well. Also coming up this weekend, or this week, you got Blues tonight. Tomorrow, you got SLU basketball. They're in California tomorrow night, taking on a very good Santa Clara basketball team. Santa Clara was a tournament team last year, and from all indications, they're better this year than they were last year. So let's find out what SLU has. Nice early test tomorrow night. But you've also got the NFL action tomorrow when you're sitting there with your families and eating and drinking and doing whatever else you're doing, partying, carrying on, enjoying friends and family. The 12 o'clock game. Yeah, that's right. You guys know it. My Detroit Lions. I'm a little bummed out. Detroit Lion Nation is now questioning Dan Campbell for the first time. He's got a 7-4 football team. He lost 7 coaches from last year.
Yeah.
He's calling the plays. So we'll see. They've got a lot of injuries again.
Yeah.
But their defense, Jace, gave up, 34 points to Jameis Winston and the Giants?
That's Jameis Winston.
Oh, dude, don't even give
it. Jameis
Okay.
Winston is nice.
Next.
30 for 30.
Next.
30 for 30. Though.
Yeah, he's an entertainer.
Yeah.
He's not an athlete anymore.
I can't wait for him to his retirement
God.
to go to ESPN. It's going to be hilarious.
That's the first game, 12 o'clock. Yeah. Oh, that's a great point.
Yeah.
Great point, right?
It's going to be hilarious.
So you got Lions hosting the Packers. That'll be an interesting game. Lions are a slight favorite at home as they battle to be at the top of the division with the surprising 8-3 Bears, even though they played the easiest schedule in the NFL. I'm not bitter or biased, am I? No. Chiefs with the middle game tomorrow night, the 3:30 game there at the Cowboys. And tomorrow night, you've got the Bengals and playing at the Ravens. The first place Ravens now, believe it or not. The Ravens at 6-5, all the way back in first place. So you've got that action tomorrow. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Of course, check in. Let us know how you guys do Thanksgiving, where the food is, what your favorite dishes are, how you like your turkey, any of it. We got some time to still talk about that. Okay, you've also got Missouri basketball with a game on Friday at 3 p.m. hosting Cleveland State. Another action. How about SLU soccer on Sunday? They're into the Sweet 16 with a game against Bryant. I'm just going to say it now. I mean, I know anything can happen this late in the game, but I see SLU as a favorite in that game. I see SLU advancing to the Elite Eight, and what a terrific opportunity that would be for them as well. Talked a little bit about it earlier. If you're looking for some high school action, Kirkwood hosting Platte County on Friday. I believe it's a 3 p.m. start. It may be a 1 p.m., but somebody I've gotten word from both. But that should be a big-time 5A matchup, two of the best teams in the state. Platte County, the defending 5A state champions from last year. The best quarterback in the state, Rocco Marriott, he's committed to Central Florida. They've got two other offensive players, a tight end receiver. They're going Power 4 schools as well. They may have a couple more players going, just a really good team. But we know Jeremy Macklin has proven he can be a damn good high school football coach, and he's got another really good team over at Kirkwood. You've got other local teams in action this weekend as well. St. Mary's has a home game. They look really good in 4A. Would love to see a St. Mary's Festus state championship game. My boy AJ Ofadale, who I played football with at Mizzou, he's the head coach. He came to Festus. You got two former Missouri football players as head coaches in the area with their teams in the state semifinal. So shout out to the MIZZOU guys, that's for sure. You've also got Lift for Life, Tony Wolfick and his crew, the former St. Mary. He's former St. Mary's dog.
Yeah, he was a former St. Mary's assistant coach right back when I was at St. Mary's.
And he turned Lift for Life around. He's really helped build that program up too.
Yeah, I met that team, the Lift for Life team. They came in for Earl's show.
Nice.
Saturday. It was like second game of the season. They were like, yeah, we're focused on going to state this year. We had that taste of getting around what they get to districts last year.
Yeah.
So they had that taste, and they're like, we can go all the way. We feel it.
Well, they got it going on too. Didn't want to leave anybody else out from that standpoint. You've also got Pattonville at Nixa. That's a huge test, but once again, it's already been an incredible year for Pattonville because nobody thought they'd outlast CBC. That's for sure. But they did. Pattonville moves on. So those are the things that are going on from some of the sports that we talk about. Hey, by the way, the college football playoff came out last night with their new rankings. Pretty ho-hum all the way around. It is interesting to me, and I don't know why it is. Not that it's a big deal. Missouri and Illinois, obviously not in the mix for anything, but you still got number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, the byes all the same. Ohio State 1, Indiana 2. And I guess it doesn't matter right now, but I still feel Indiana should be number 1, but whatever. 3, Texas A&M, 4, Georgia. Miami did move ahead. They moved ahead of Utah to number 12 because Utah barely beat Kansas State. But it's hard for me to look at this still. They have the same record as Notre Dame, and they beat Notre Dame head-to-head, Miami, that is, and they're 3 spots behind.
I'm telling you.
It's just not right.
I've been hating on Notre Dame since they started off 0-2, and they've just been beating mid-teams the rest of the year, and they've still been in the top 10.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't want to say – I love the SEC, but I'm not one of these SEC slabs. Oh, we just dominate you. We're so much – okay, listen. I get it, but then start looking at your schedules and look at who teams have played. Exactly. And I know, and it's easy for us to get down on Mizzou, who is 7-4, and they haven't been able to beat these teams, but they played 4 top 10 teams this year. Did Indiana? Did Ohio State? Did Notre Dame? Go down the whole list. You just don't find who else has played for top 10 teams. And look at the schedules. Alabama has some good wins, and they're in there.
Literally, only SEC schools play top. Even
well,
top
it's because they're
teams,
playing each other.
Yeah, they're playing each other.
And then you had Dan Lanning from Oregon. So, well, we're not playing Chattanooga State this week. Okay, Dan, you know better. You're a former SEC guy. You know how difficult it is. He's playing to his crowd, and I get it, but that's it with the college football playoff. But I am looking forward to that coming up. And I guarantee people will be laying some wagers and betting on those games as you can in Missouri. It starts Monday, December 1st. It's already here. I mean, it's already here. We've been talking about it for over a year. And it's interesting because one of the biggest players in the sports wagering world has pulled out of Missouri when it comes to being a legalized gaming company, and that's Underdog. So they decided they're pulling out. They pulled its application. They said that they're looking to venture into other predictive markets that aren't regulated by states. You know, the sports gaming is when it comes to betting on traditional games that's regulated. So even with Underdog out of the mix right now, and it's Monday already, DraftKings is still there. Circus Sports, Caesar Sportsbook, BetMGM, Bet365, The Score Bet, Fanatics, and FanDuel. I mean, you've got a lot of options to pick from and decide what's best for you when it comes to the whole situation of where you're going to go, what you're going to do, what kind of betting you're going to do. I guess your podcast for NBA prop bets is going to be coming too, Rye, where you'll be giving advice.
No, not at all.
$3.99 for my picks.
Yeah, here we go. Here's a 2-man for you guys, man. I got you. Cade Cunningham. No, that will never happen. You guys won't hear that from me because no.
Hey, by the way, another update. News has come out too that I guess we're going to hear soon. The Missouri Board of Curators and Eli Drinkwitz, I guess, with an announcement coming pretty soon about a new contract extension. When it comes to Eli, and it appears word is that he was working on a new deal with the Board of Curators, his agent. That, according to Ross Dellinger of Yahoo Sports, the university's Board of Curators are meeting Wednesday to authorize a new contract for the football coach. So obviously he's been in rumors to be a top candidate for several jobs. I never thought he was going anywhere. I didn't want him to go anywhere. And I didn't think that he'd be the kind of guy that they'd want to bring in just because they'd had 4 losses this year. I don't know if that brings a lot of interest to a fan base that is firing their coaches for, similar losses. But I want Eli here, and we'll see what kind of changes might be made coming into next year if that's the case. So obviously, we'll see what happens with Eli and the crew moving forward from that standpoint. So it's cold outside. If you guys haven't been outside, just know you're going to be dealing with that. It's all good in the hood. Just get ready for it. Wind chills, we're in the upper teens, lower. We're going to have that for today. At least there's no rain today. That's some good news. And of course, just try to enjoy the day. As we like to say, happy Thanksgiving. Okay. Also, wanted to make sure that people knew too, St. Louis Rams receiver, the former receiver and Super Bowl champ, Torrey Holt, is among one of the semifinalists named for the Pro Football Hall of Fame's 2026 class. Congratulations, Torrey. That was announced yesterday. He needs to be in the Hall of Fame. He earned it. It's not like you're doing him a favor. The only thing that concerns me there is wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald is also among the finalists so far. Also includes Drew Brees, defensive tackle Vince Wilfork, who did such a great job with the Patriots in the middle of that line. Holt, by the way, automatically reached this stage in voting by virtue of finishing in the top 7 for the election last year. That was according to the NFL. It's interesting. Torrey Holt already is 49 years old. That's how fast time goes by. Crazy to think about that. Also, Guns N' Hoses tonight. We've been talking about it. We've been promoting it. Such a huge event. We've talked about the charitable aspect of it. We've talked about the fun aspect of it. But one of the reasons it's been so great year in, year out is you have to have quality fights. You have to have quality entertainment. And the guy who kind of puts that together is none other than Jesse Finney. Jesse, thanks for joining us this morning, my friend. I'm impressed at how you up the game year in, year out. There's a lot of pressure I know that you put a lot of pressure on yourself to bring the best entertainment each year, don't you?
Well, thanks for having me on, number one. Yes, number two, we up the game, but it's a team effort with 300 volunteers. They come out and help support this thing throughout the whole year. And I think that every year the heartbeat of this whole thing is Steve Holly. He keeps it going, and David Stokes is our president. I think that we have to continue to keep pushing the envelope. And, I think people come to this thing thinking, okay, what are they going to do again this year? What are they going to do again this year? And, I think it's the theme for me is just like St. Louis proud of everything we stand for in St. Louis. And I think that it's continuing getting better every year and keep pushing the envelope here.
Hey, can you give people an update of what they're going to see tonight? Number one, if they're going to be at the event, or two, watching on TV with Fox 2, because you don't just have boxing matches. You have incorporated other fighting styles in this event, which I think is fantastic.
Well, Vic, I think that one thing that we keep evolving is what are we going to do if we're going to have the boxing on or the mixed martial arts on the MMA. And this year we'll have 2 mixed martial arts bouts as well. We will have one bout will be on Fox 2 from 6:30 to 9 o'clock. Then we'll have the double header bout, which I think people are loving, where they go in for 1 minute, they come out for a minute, a new person goes in for a minute, fights a new person, and then that goes on for 3 straight rounds.
That's awesome, by the way. Was that your idea?
No, it was 100% Steve Holly's idea. When he told me that he thought that was a great idea, I told him he was crazy. And and I keep telling him, I've been doing this for coming up on 28 years, and he's the one that just keeps on. His creativity is crazy. Half the things I think he's nuts. He brings reindeers down from the rafters and things along those lines. And I'm just like, wow. And we're lucky enough to have Brian Shapiro, the Cardinals producer here. I mean, he's got a lot of great ideas, and that everybody continues just it takes a great team. It takes a great team. And what I think that people have came to realize, this is absolutely not about the fights. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is about the fights, but it's about the experience of it all, on what you're going to get. And I think that the best part is when the first bell rings, it's the holiday season.
Oh my gosh, isn't that true? Talking with Jesse Finney, part of Backstoppers, part of Guns and Hoses, help putting these fights on. And of course, Finney's MMA Gym. You have been a staple in the St. Louis community for a long time. When you look, and you're a former fighter yourself, very accomplished, how about giving it up for the firefighters and the police and these men and women who dedicate themselves, the entire year to get ready for this?
Yeah, I think that if you look at this, with these firefighters and these police officers that step in front of 18,000 people every year, you think you want to do this when they really started training, Vic, back in March and April, and they're thinking, okay, I want to do this. I want to do it. When they're like, okay, I want to do it for the cause, and I want to do it to get in better shape. And then it's like, oh, I gotta actually fight. I gotta actually fight in front of 18,000 and all my coworkers, because I know I'm going to hear about it the next day, much less at the round table eating turkey on Thursday, right? So it's amazing what these fighters go through, and and the unsung heroes that people really don't ever talk about is the trainers, because these trainers put in just as much hours as these fighters.
Yeah, great point.
It's there's so many great people, and we have such a great city here in St. Louis. And yes, we've had some downturns at times, but as a whole, I'm St. Louis proud. And I think that through and through, we're so lucky to have what we have. And I think on a night like this, it really brings everybody together. Vic, you don't walk in a place anywhere in St. Louis. I challenge you actually to tell me a place you can have all the politicians hanging out, drinking together, enjoying themselves. It doesn't matter. Every police chief, every firefighter, it's the chief of the I don't know. It's just so many people that can get along in one night. And I think in the very end, we all win when we all do that.
Well said, Jesse. Thanks for jumping in and promoting the event again tonight. Thanks for doing so much for the city of St. Louis as you do. Enjoy the event tonight as you do. And just do me a favor, just take a second to sit back and just think about what you personally have helped with the team accomplish in St. Louis. Began all the way back in 1987, and here we are with Guns and Hoses 2025. Buddy, I appreciate it. Thank you, my friend. We'll catch up, okay?
Thanks so much for having me on. You guys have a great Thanksgiving.
All right. The one and only Jesse Finney doing what he does. And check out Finney's MMA. I mean, literally is a top-rated academy when it comes to offering all kinds of skills, workout, training. Jesse does such a terrific job, and he has for a long time. And as you heard him right there, putting everything that he has on the line for the city of St. Louis. And it really is that way. Brian Metzner told us that a couple days ago when he was on, who leads up the St. Louis Heroes Network, St. Louis Firefighter. You don't find all these people coming together in one spot. Cities from all around the country have tried to emulate what St. Louis has been able to accomplish, and they just can't. It is here. Yeah, we have our highs, we have our lows, we celebrate everything, and we just want to get as good as we can as a city, and tonight is a special night for us. So enjoy whether you're going or enjoy on Fox 2 as well. And thanks for everybody who's helping Guns and Hoses raise so much money for Backstoppers, which of course raises all that money for the families left behind from victims who have lost their lives and ability to support their families in the line of duty. We say happy Thanksgiving. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Show goes by way too fast, as it does. We're here every Monday through Friday from 6 to 8 a.m. Hot Take Central 2.0 is coming up next with the former Blue Cam Jansen and Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. We are grateful. Enjoy your Thanksgiving day. And as always, stay positive, stay warm, and we'll catch up with you next time for Arch City Now. Have a great day. That does it for us. For producer Rye, I'm Vic Faust. See you guys next time.